Once upon a time, in the magical land of Fairytaledom, two worlds collided in the most unexpected and silly way. You see, Peter Pan was flying over the Enchanted Forest, singing to himself and looking for adventure. At the same time, Cinderella was racing home from the market, her arms filled with pumpkins, bread, and an accidental cabbage she bought thinking it was a magical fruit. In Fairytaledom, you never know when an adventure will begin, and this one started with a crash! Peter Pan collided with Cinderella's pumpkin pile, and both of them tumbled down in a heap of squashed pumpkins. "Oh my, you're Peter Pan!" Cinderella exclaimed. "And you're Cinderella," Peter replied, pumpkin seeds stuck in his hair. They both had heard of each other, but never had they thought they'd meet in such a messy and unexpected way. They began to share stories of their past adventures, filled with daring feats, magical mishaps, and curious characters. As they exchanged tales, a pattern began to emerge. Peter recounted how he had ignored Wendy's warnings about Captain Hook, leading to a dangerous encounter. Cinderella shared how she had daydreamed through her fairy godmother's instructions, resulting in a carriage that turned into a pumpkin at midnight. They began to laugh at the similarities in their stories, and the recurring theme of not paying attention. "I guess we both have a knack for getting into trouble by not listening," Peter said, grinning. Cinderella laughed. "You're right. It seems to be our shared talent." The more they talked, the more apparent it became that they both had a tendency to tune out others, sometimes leading to humorous consequences, other times causing real problems. The recognition of this shared habit connected them and set the stage for their adventure together. They playfully made a pact to help each other listen more on their journey to the Cave of Whispers, not yet realizing how much they would learn about the value of truly hearing what others have to say. They decided to embark on an adventure together. They headed to the Cave of Whispers, where a wise old turtle named Timmy the Talkative dwelled. Timmy was known for his profound wisdom and love of very long, boring speeches. After listening, or at least pretending to listen, to Timmy's 3-hour discourse on the history of turtle shell waxing, Peter and Cinderella were given a map that led to the legendary Fountain of Laughter. As they journeyed, they encountered the usual assortment of fairy tale characters: a dragon with hiccups, a dancing scarecrow, and a frog that was convinced it was a prince, but only on Tuesdays. Eventually they stumbled upon a bridge guarded by a troll with an odd request. The troll wanted them to guess his favourite flavour of pie. When Peter and Cinderella both guessed wrong, they realised that the troll had actually told them the answer earlier, but neither of them had been listening. "Blueberry," the troll cried, doing a little jig. "I told you back at the Cave of Whispers, but you were too busy not listening." Embarrassed, Peter and Cinderella apologised and promised to make a greater effort to listen. The troll, delighted by their promise, let them pass, and they eventually found the Fountain of Laughter. There, they laughed until their bellies ached, shared silly stories, and became lifelong friends. From that day on, Peter and Cinderella made a pact to truly listen to others. As the sun set on their incredible journey, Peter flew Cinderella back to her home, promising to visit again soon. They both knew they had found something more precious than any treasure: the understanding and friendship that comes from truly listening. And if you ever open an old storybook, you might just find a hidden page where their tales continue, forever intertwined, forever reminding us of the magic of listening. Subscribe for more uplifting stories.